Hello, this is Lucas Palmeira from Imaginando, and I'm here to give you another tutorial on DRC. Today, and since we're around Christmas time, we decided to choose the song from this period of the year, and we've decided to do the song called Last Christmas by Wham, which has some nice classic synths on it. I think it's kind of a mixture between a Juno and a DX7 probably, but we're going to do the main strings of the song, the background strings, and the nice kind of Celesta sound that the music has in the middle. So let's get right into it and go into the strings and open a DRC on a default patch. As you can see, I have here some processing, but it's turned off, so don't mind it for now. I will explain it later. Here we have our DRC. And first thing I'm going to do is go to the second oscillator and bring 2 octaves down. Right now it won't be doing nothing because the oscillator 2 is down. So first thing I'm going to bring the master to 6.699. The pre-gain, which is the pre-amplifier of the synthesizer, to 0.543, like this. Now first oscillator at 0.744. Okay, now we go to the second oscillator and we point it at 0.556. And finally we go to the sub-oscillator. We raise 1 octave on the sub-oscillator and we raise its volume to 504. Okay, like this, so we have a little bit more of bass harmonics in here. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is go to the envelope generator to amount. This is the amount of the envelope generator 2 that it's going to modulate the cutoff frequency. And we're going to put it at 0.603, like this, and drop the cutoff to 0.152. And the resonance to 152. No, sorry, 502. Okay, like this. We're gonna change the type of filter from a low pass 4-pole to a low pass 2-pole. And next we're going to the modulation page of the filter, and what we're going to do is raise the keyboard to maximum. This will mean that the higher the note that we play, the higher the cutoff filter will be. So, as you can see. Next we go to the VCA, and on the VCA we control the amplitude, and what we're going to do is also raise the keyboard to maximum. This means the higher the note, the higher the velocity and volume. And we're also going to raise the velocity, which means the higher the velocity, the higher the volume. The sensitivity of the velocity will be higher, and we're going to put it at 0.647. Okay, like this. Now we go to the first envelope generator, which is controlling the amplitude of the sound, and we're gonna raise the attack to 0.042, the decay to 0.367, sustain to 0, and release a 0.185. Okay, like this. Now we go to the second envelope generator and we raise the sustain to maximum and the release to maximum, like this. Attack at 0 and decay at 0.660. Okay, like this. Should be enough. Finally, we go to the chorus, we turn the chorus on, and we drop the rate to 0.172, and the depth to 0.907. Okay, like this. Finally, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn these effects on, and I'm going to turn them on one by one so you can see what they're doing. This is basically an equalizer that's boosting the mid-low frequencies. So I have a little bit more of low spectrum on the sounds. Then I'm going to turn this reverb on, and I'll explain in a second why I want this reverb. And last but not least, I turned this mono on with the width only of 20% because I've realized that this reverb has too much stereo widening for the nature of the original sound itself. So what I did was, with this little utility on Ableton, which is really useful, you can reduce the stereo range. And right now it's only on 20% of the real stereo. So here we have our sound. Finally. Okay, and we have our strings ready. Next, what I'm going to do is go to the Celesta sound. So we go to the Celesta, and I'm going to open another DRC like we normally do. Okay, here I have it. And first thing I'm going to do is raise the master to maximum, pregain to 601, oscillator 1 at 0.439. But before that, I'm going to change it to a square wave. Square wave, and I'm going to raise it 1 octave. Then I'm going to the pulse width. Since we have a square wave, what we can do is change it from a perfect square to sort of like a rectangular of sort, and we do that with the pulse width, and I'm going to change it to 0.590. Okay, like this. Now I'm going to raise the second oscillator to 0.5775, and I'm going to raise it 1 octave as well. So it's one octave higher than the first oscillator, and I'm going to change it as well to a square wave. And then change the fine tune to about 0.108. Okay, like this. Okay, now we go to the envelope generator to a mount controlling the cutoff, and we're gonna put it at 0.499, the cutoff at 0.502, and the resonance at 0.272. Okay. Now let's go to the envelope generator 1, modulating the amplitude, and bring down the decay to 0.361, the sustain to 0, and the release to 0.608. Now on the second envelope generator, modulating the filter, attack at 0, decay at 0.230, sustain at 0, and release at 0.107. Finally, some reverb, and we raise the amount to 0.530. Okay. we raise the damping as well. The damping is basically the amount of, it simulates the amount of absorption that could exist on a room. So the higher the damp, it would mean that the room is more full and it's absorbing more. So I'm gonna put it at 0.738. And raise the decay to 0.718. Like this. Okay, and last thing, just like it happened on the sound before, this reverb has a lot of stereo widening, and the original sound is not that wide. It's not mono completely, but what I did was basically do what I did before, which is basically putting this utility from Ableton here and reducing the width, the stereo width to 44%, sorry. So it's a little bit more mono, not so wide. And I think we have it, so let's now listen to the melody that I've recorded before. So I'm just gonna put this ready, bear with me for a second. And let's listen. And this is it. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget that we have this Ableton session on the description below for you to download. This was really fun. I hope you have some nice vacations and a good Christmas. And we'll see you again next week, guys. So goodbye.